What up, everybody? Well, hello to everybody of the world. What's going on, people? Oh, great. Phone call, right? Hold on. Mute my mic. I'm at work right now, currently, guys, and I got people walking in, people calling, and everything else. So just hang in there. I'll be back. But take a look at this book, P.K. McEvers. It's my daughter. She's became an author and she's now published. I'll be right. Oh, maybe it's not for me. Okay, it's for Domino's next door. Never mind then. Alrighty. But yeah, check out this book. My daughter is an author. I am a very proud father. Published her book. It's on Amazon. Check it out. She's a hell of a writer. Uh, but other than that, what's up on everybody's mind today? How's everybody doing? I'm glad you are, because I'm not. I had to come into work today. So, but somebody's got to do it. I got to pay bills. My wife's disabled. It's rough when you're the only one paying everything and trying to do things. If you're flying through the desert and your boat gets a flat tire, what do you do? Hmm. Pray for rain so you can float the boat. I have no clue. I'm sure you're going to answer that for me, but that's funny. That is funny. How's everybody out there? Other than winding down and enjoying a beautiful evening, because I wish I could. And be at home working out, trying to lose some more of this weight. Because I've lost 50 pounds already this year. I'm trying to lose 150 total, so I got 100 more to go. I've just been doing a lot of walking, watching what I'm eating as far as bread. I stopped eating pizza, don't eat bread, don't eat noodles, a lot of chicken, a lot of fish, a lot of salads. Staying off of the energy drinks, drinking a lot more water, and doing my early morning walks. And then I hit my curl bar and my dumbbells at home. But other than that, that's all I do. So I got to lose 100 more pounds, and then I'll be back down to my high school weight. So I'm feeling pretty good. Hope, hopefully, I can stay on track and not fall off the wagon. So there's that. Do 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 do. The world has gone nuts. The world has gone crazy. Everybody's up in an uproar over one thing or another, and they just need to be quiet and go home, take care of their families. You want to be out here causing riots, waving a flag to a country that you left? But it's okay though. Go home, take care of your families. And it's pretty funny how the Democrats sit there and say, we're going to take people out of the fields and we're going to deport people from restaurants and fields and stuff. I'm sorry to say, but the farmers who hire illegals shouldn't be farmers. And it should be given to somebody else who's actually going to do right by the American people, not illegals, not criminals. And the way I look at it is you don't deserve due process because you're not a citizen here. You weren't born here. You came here illegally. Due process you have not earned. And that's just my opinion. Like it or not. So, and then only behold, my trash governor was in Congress today, J.B. Pritzker, running in his mouth. It shows you how these Democrats do not care about the state budgets to where they can't tell nobody how much money of the taxpayers' money in their states did they spend on illegals. 2-4, what's up, bud? Fist bump. What's up, 2-4? Yeah, I'm just sitting here at work, man, relaxing. My daughter became an author, bro. She got her first book published. It's on Amazon. Kingdom of the Seven Realms. That's my daughter. So if you know anybody who likes reading books, there you go. Here's a suggestion for you. I'm one proud papa. That's for sure. But other than that, I'm just at work. Looking at all the chaos that's happening all over the country. In Chicago. Thank you. Appreciate it, 2-4. But yeah, all this chaos, dude. It's crazy. Let's see here. There you go, 2-4. I made you a moderator, 2-4. But yeah, the craziness, man. I don't know if you got to watch the news or not. But my governor, J.B. Pritzker, he was in front of Congress and he did not have nothing to say that I liked. Not knowing how much money of my tax dollars they wasted on illegals. And it disturbs me and everyone else that lives here in Illinois. This is one reason why I can't wait to move. This is one reason why I can't wait to get out of this state. If I had the money, my wife wasn't disabled and she was able to still work, we'd already been gone. We'd have been gone last summer. It's just crazy out there. Yeah, we're moving to Oklahoma. I love the area. That's where my daughter and my grandchildren live. So I'm trying to get closer to them. That's what I want to do. But Tampon Tim doesn't have any answers to the questions Congress had. Same with Kathy Holcomb from New York and my governor, J.B. Pritzker. Craziness. That's right. Craziness all over, bro. All over. Craziness all over. Riots. Well, I don't know about riots in Chicago. I ain't heard nothing about riots in Chicago, but in LA, Oregon, and Seattle, I heard there's stuff popping off over there. But I haven't heard anything. And Maxine Waters is crazy. she, her facial expressions could stop bird shit in midair. That's how messed up she is. Doesn't know anything. They're peaceful protests. No, firebombing cops and firebombing people's Teslas and burning buildings down is not peaceful protest. That is all out anarchy and riots, looting, burn the American flag. Burn the American flag, but wave the flag of the country you left because for whatever reason, and you think it's all right, that you don't deserve to be deported. You're up in Nova Scotia. Lucky. I couldn't take the winters up there, but hey, man, to each his own. I bet you it's nice and peaceful up there, ain't it? Nice and peaceful. But this this Monday on my podcast, we're going to be talking about aliens. We may talk about Bigfoot and the Yeti. We don't know yet. We're starting it off with aliens first. So, GenX Unchained, like and subscribe. See you on Monday. I'm not going anywhere right now, but on Monday, aliens. We're talking about aliens. It's going to be awesome. I don't know who I'm having on there. Anthony, that's funny, dude. What up? That is hilarious. Thanks for making me laugh, bro. That is funny. I'm illiterate too. I'm illiterate as hell, bro. Don't be too ashamed. I'm not even computer savvy. I'm just going off of what people have showed me. I know. Thank you. I saw that when you put that in there. When you said it in chat. Thanks a lot, 2-4. I appreciate it. Those guys over there, man, they're awesome guys. John, man, he has helped me out so much. Ray has given me great advice. Coy has done too. I mean, there's a good group of guys over there. And if you want to check their podcast out, it's it's Unchained, Down the Rabbit Hole. You'll find it on YouTube. Real good group of guys. So check them out. But thanks again, 2-4. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you a bunch. All the way from Nova Scotia. I bet you guys got some good fishing up in Nova Scotia. I like fishing. I'm going fishing this weekend, Sunday, Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all fathers out there coming up if I don't talk to you by then. Going fishing with the wife, the son, and hopefully she feels good enough to go fishing, and my brother. So, oh, that's in Canada, bro. Nova Scotia, Canada. That's where that's at. I know there's good pike and muskie fishing up there. I do know that. And there's some good hunting up there too. That I do know too. Way out east, yeah, you're like above Maine and stuff, right? 2-4, you're above Maine. I think you're right where the Vikings came in at before and when they cut across Canada and ended up in northern Minnesota and followed that west. Northeast of Maine, yeah. Hello, what up, Ray? What's up, Ray? Ray, 2-4's in here. 2-4 and Ray. Ray's Moto Life. You check out his podcast. Check out Retired Rider. Man, there's so many podcasts everybody can check out. Just like, man. So, uh, hey Ray, check this out. You see this picture behind me? My green screen. That's my daughter's book. She just published it today, bud. Just got it published. It's on Amazon. Kingdom of the Seven Realms, dude. I am one proud papa. Yeah, she's a hell of an author. Yeah, thank you, Anthony. Thank you. Yeah, I've been telling her. I think it took her a year to write this book and go through editing and publishing and everything else like that. So she's been working at it real hard. So I think she pre-wrote the book 2 years ago, but had changed a bunch of stuff. I don't know. I'm not for sure. It's all kind of confusing. With my wife being disabled as of last September and me having to work my butt off and try to pay all the bills and take care of her and my son, I've lost track of time, really. I mean, it's it's bad. Yes, it is a big triumph to get a book published, man. I mean, it's not easy, as my daughter found out. And I warned her ahead of time. I was like, it's going to be somewhat hard. So, just know that not every book gets published. So, but hers did. And I guess it's the publishing company who is helping her. Uh, I don't know who that is, but I guess everyone in that building that read her book, they all love it. So I'm not for sure. I haven't got a copy of it yet. I told my daughter I wanted a copy, a signed copy, because if it blows up and becomes uh, top 10 bestseller, then I want the first copy with her signature on it, right? It's only right. I'm Papa. I need that. So, but I told her I was going to brag about it. I'm going to brag about it on every podcast. I'm going to show everybody. I'm going to tell the world. So, Moken, what's up, bud? Yes, put it in a trophy case. You know it. Get first copy signed, and get it in a trophy case. You know that's right. Lock that thing up and throw away the key. I know that's right. What's up, Moken? How you doing, bud? Yeah, I'm going to, Ray. That's you. You're right there, bud. I'm going to. I already made a short with it and uh, put put that out there. I am going to try to push this book as much as she doesn't want me to, because she thinks I'm a little overexcited, but I can't help but be proud of my daughter. I mean, she doesn't want all that attention, but I'm sorry. Amazon. It's on Amazon. It's on Amazon. And for what I hear, it's uh, a real good one. So, yeah, right? So, I mean, because, okay, so check this out. My daughter was born on my mom's birthday. Uh, so I told my mom that I was never getting her a birthday gift ever again. She's got one, a grandchild, right? So I sent a picture of this to my mom and said, "Hey, mom, your oldest granddaughter, is an author now, and she's published on Amazon." And my mom she goes, "I'm gonna buy one." I was like, "That's cool. Tell everybody, you know." So she likes reading books. She's got friends that like reading books, so I'm pretty sure. I just didn't tell her that how the book was because I really don't know. I haven't read it. I haven't seen it. So there's that. But yeah, what up, Moken? How you doing, Moken? Uh, Other than that, man. Hey, Moken, did you see our crazy governor on congressional floor at the hearing saying he doesn't know what he spent our tax dollars on? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was thinking about that, so, you know, I will buy a book from my daughter just because I want her and the grandbabies to have the money. And I will, yeah, I'll definitely give it away. Definitely do a contest to give it away. I'll even have her sign it. Actually, I think I'm going to get a hold of her tonight and see. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking too. Something like that, bud. Ray, you're a genius, dude. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. I was thinking about that, and I was talking to Moken, my co-host, obviously. I was talking to Moken. What was that, Moken? Like 5, 6 months ago, about 3D printing some stuff or something and giving it away once we hit so many subscribers or something. We were talking about something like that. Now I got a good reason right there. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, but that was before we started doing all these changes. And right before you came in here, Ray, I was telling, the people that were in here were listening and watching before that, I met you and John and Coy, and how grateful I am for running into you guys and meeting you guys, and how much help and advice you guys have given me and stuff like that. And I appreciate it and will never ever take something like that for granted. So I really do appreciate you guys on Unchained Down the Rabbit Hole. And I enjoy being on y'all's podcast too. I want to bring you guys on our podcast, at some point in time, but I want to get the wheels going under this new show and new format we're doing. You know what I'm saying? I got you, bud. And I'm not trying to be no Joe Rogan, but if it ever happened, dude, you're my right hand man, dude. No, she didn't do the audio. I tried to convince her to use her voice for the audio, but she didn't. It's just she just don't have time raising two little children. I mean, that would be great. That would have been great, bro, for the audio ebook. You know what I'm saying? So That was a good question, Malkin. I wish she did, but I don't think she did. Shiesty. I don't know about all that, bud, but yeah, I don't think that she had a choice. And really, I don't think that even if she did have a choice, I don't think she would have wanted to, due to the fact of like her busy schedule. She's got my grandbabies, KJ, he's a little hellion in June. She ain't she ain't no better. They're both up running and walking, they're not little crawling around wham-whams no more. She chases them around like she's at a marathon, you know? So, um, but anywho, yeah, she did. I don't think she did. I'll ask her though and see if she even had an option. So, you found it on Beth's phone? Awesome. The audio is what is that? $5.99, and the copy of the actual book is $17.99. So it's on Amazon. But yeah, Mocha, we're gonna be pushing this book, dude. So don't get mad when I stop in the middle of the show and introduce a panel again to everybody who's just showing up during the live and reintroduce the book and all that, because it's gonna happen, bud. It's gonna happen. It's my show, and I will cry as a proud, happy father if I want to. Nothing you can do to stop me. Okay. All right. Hey, you do you. I'm not asking nobody to buy the book. I'm just going to promote it. So that's just the way it is. You guys do what you got to do. Yeah, thanks, 2-4, man. Don't want to what? What don't you want to? Are you talking to me, bud? Smoking? Oh, well. Smoking. Don't want to what? I guess he's not talking to me no more, so. But anywho, yep, just sat here, another slow, boring day at work. I had to call into work last night. It's one reason why I was able to join the guys on Unchained Down the Rabbit Hole. Oh, you'll promote it in person, but you're not going to stop me. I know you couldn't do it if you wanted to, because I'll just mute you and put you backstage. I'll ground you for a few minutes. But yeah, I had to call in to work yesterday. It was one reason why I was able to join Unchained Down the Rabbit Hole during the podcast last night. My wife was having a very bad day. She had collapsed on the floor twice. The third time, my son was right next to her and was able to catch her. And that was just trying to get up to walk from the kitchen to the fridge, from the living room to the kitchen to the living room to the bathroom. And that's with her walking with her cane. And it was a bad day yesterday as far as that is concerned. I had to call into work. I wanted to make sure that she was going to be all right. And I wanted to stay home. She's really badly messed up. So, yeah, really, bro. Yeah, she is the reason, the main number one reason. She is the reason why I started the podcast to begin with, when we started under the name GenX and Beyond, before I had to go through major changes. And because I've been sitting here on YouTube watching people for years making a ton of money. Some people not making a ton, but some making like, 5, 6 grand a month. I'm not ever trying to make that. I don't care about all that. I don't want fame. I don't want fortune. I just want to try to make enough money to where I don't have to work 2 jobs. If I could focus time on being at home and working a part-time job and just being able to be there with her, so I don't have to hire some stranger to come in our house, then great. That's my ultimate goal. And my second reason for starting the show was I'm 48. My grandchildren are 3 and 2. And when I'm gone and I leave this earth, I part this earth, and they want to hear my voice or see my face, they could go to YouTube, hear my voice and see my face, you know? So that's the 2 reasons why I started this podcast. One, to try to help earn extra money. And I know it's going to take time and a lot of work to get there. And the second was because of my grandchildren. I don't think, you know, talk to you later, bub. Phone's at 8%. Go put it on charge, dude. Anyway, but yeah, that's the whole reason, dude. So yeah, so my wife is really messed up, man. My wife's hips. Okay, so I'm gonna explain this to you. My wife is like 105 pounds soaking wet. When my wife was 6 years old, she was in a car with her mom. Her mom, the gas pedal got stuck on the car. Her mom went down to reach for the gas pedal to try to pry it up, and kind of turned the wheel and smacked the tree head on. My wife lost her mother in that accident. She became paralyzed. The left side of her body was paralyzed. She was in a body cast from the waist down, with pins and rods and needles all in her legs and stuff. And her hips, they never fixed her hips because she was in that body cast. Her hips are forward and tilted to the left. Her spine comes down like this. She had a tracheotomy. Hey, I got a customer. I'll be back, guys. Give me 1 second, all right? All righty. I am back. Sorry about that. Like I said, if you don't know, I am at work, so I'm going to kind of be bouncing back and forth. So, well, that's the whole purpose of me starting a podcast. So now you guys know that story. And later on down the road, I'm going to do a podcast that's basically at least the first 10 minutes will be about that and give everybody some clarity and background on why I'm doing what I'm doing. Other than that, we're just going to be doing stuff on our shows. It's like this Monday's about aliens and whatever else we decide to talk about. Next week, next Monday, a week from Monday, it could be about Bigfoot and the Yeti, or it could be about politics. It could be about open mic night. It could be anything anybody wants to talk about. So, that's just how it is. Don't have anything else really to talk about other than the craziness that's going on. Stupid stuff, man. And this is the beginning of the Civil War. Not really, but it could. It really could start another Civil War in America. And I don't see how everybody is blaming one man for these riots when it's their state that they're responsible for. That's just my opinion. And if you guys ever own a business and open up a business, make it family owned, family ran. Don't hire outsiders, man. It's just bad trouble. Bad juju. But yeah, this Sunday I'll be going live a few times while we're fishing. Hopefully it don't rain. Hopefully it don't do any of that this Sunday because it's Father's Day. I want to go fishing. Can't wait. And before everybody starts asking, no, I'm just fishing with worms and some bass jigs and yeah, that's true. That's not wrong. That is really true. I don't know about how far back it would go to for, but if I would have to guess, I would say it started with Bush Sr. right after Reagan. Because they had put the kiboshes on it once Jimmy Carter lost to Reagan. And the Department of Education was started in 79, 2 years after I was born. We didn't need a Department of Education before then. We don't need one now. And our federal tax system, the IRS wasn't even supposed to stay. It was only supposed to be a temporary thing for World War II to raise money to help with the war. That was it. It wasn't even supposed to stay around. And look how many years it stayed around since World War II. And they used our tax dollars to buy Alaska from Russia. So what does that tell you? $7 million we bought Alaska and the Bering Sea. So they could build tanks and weaponry to help us win World War II. That's what the IRS system was put in place for. Nothing more, nothing less. And it wasn't supposed to stick around either. It was supposed to be done with after the war. A lot of people don't know that. because a lot of people, especially here in America, you got to worry about that because a lot of people here in America don't know how to do real research. They just do hearsay, you know, by the internet, by YouTube. Oh, YouTube said this and YouTube said that. No, you got your information wrong. You know, so if you don't do real research, like do due diligence, you know, do yourself the proper research by going to libraries, looking stuff up, by in person, not by using that stupid computer in your hand that's going to lie to you and tell you 50 different things, or believe what people say on Reddit or Yahoo or whatever. It's just, it don't work that way. So, plus I'm Gen X anyways. Everything that I was taught in school was 50% lies and 50% truth, and I had to find out myself. You know, that's just how it is. And if they really want to get mad about these riots and stuff like that, everyone in this country can leave because my family was here before anyone. My family was here before anyone. Cherokee tribe. Native Americans, the Navajos, the Apaches, the Blackfoot, the Chippewas, um, all of them. We were all here first, man. I think that I just can't get over that. My daughter's book, man. I'm just excited, happy, really cool. I never thought about writing a book. Of course, I was dumb. I was so dumb as a kid, man. I dropped out of high school. I never went back. I never got a GED. I never went to college. I never went to the military. I just didn't. I guess school wasn't challenging enough for me, or I was just too damn stupid, and they didn't want to deal with me, and I could feel it by the way teachers looked at me, by the way students looked at me. By I was 185, 190 pounds. I played baseball. I mean, but I had no mentor. I had no mentor, and everyone that I looked up to had all of them had let me down, so from Norway. Oh, so you are true Viking. True Viking, 2-4. My brother seems to think that too, that like our family had, somehow intermingled with the Vikings and stuff. My brother has this weird, I don't know, I don't know, man. He's got a big flag hanging up in his bedroom that says, prepared to go to Valhalla, all that stuff. You goatee real long, braided up, and hair real short, just like the Vikings, and um, stuff like that. I mean, but Norway, that's cool, man. That's cool. Man, 1800s, man. You imagine what life was like? No, in 1800s, no TV, no YouTube, no cell phones. The only way you could communicate is by seeing them face to face or sending a letter through the postmaster once a week. I mean, that's to imagine living like that back then. That had to have been really cool experience. Ain't nobody today except for the people who, nobody today except for people who know how to hunt, fish, and live in the woods, unless you were taught that, nobody, nobody, nobody would survive without power, bro. I know how to survive in the woods. Damn, 1912 to 1995. Jesus, how many years is that? 1912 to 95. That would be 90, 92 or something like that. Am I right? No. See, my math is off. See? That's crazy. 1912. If you could only pick his brain to see what he saw from 1912 to, say, 1950 to 1960, you know what I mean? Freaking crazy. Jesus. See here. 1912. People were still on horseback. I think the bicycle was just being invented. What? No, that was late 1800s. I know we had trains already because we had trains in the 1800s. Was there a first car, steam engine powered? 1912? Or was it gas powered? I can't remember, dude. I'm just so shot right now. Let me look that up. I got my tablet here at work. Well, how should I put that? Inventions? 1912 inventions. Yeah, so the first motorized movie camera, the first tank, Lifesavers candy. Wow. And the invention of the lie detector or polygraph. Additionally, neon lights, tractors, vacuum diodes, uh, backlight, the arc welder, they were all around 1912. The arc welder, 1912. So it had no way of welding until then, by arc welder until then. That is freaking cool. Yeah, I mean, the Zeppelin was in 1900. Gillette in 1901. Gillette invents the double-edged safety razor that shaves your face. The first radio receiver in 1901. That is crazy. Let's see here, 1912. Let's get to that. Oh, the gyro compass, cellophane, the Model T Ford was first sold in 1908. The Geiger counter. Okay. Let's see here. Wow, that is crazy. The stuff that your dad has seen and witnessed, to try to imagine seeing the same thing he saw, it'd be crazy. I think my wife's grandmother was born in 1908. I can't remember. I know my mom was born in 1935. I do believe. Or was it 45? Well, she was 20 years old when she had me in 77. So go back 20 years. No, she was born in 1958 or whatever. Something like that around there. I don't know. I have no clue. I don't remember. Of course, I don't talk to my mom that much either. She's busy. I'm busy. We just say hi and bye and text message and phone calls. Man, 32? Oh, wow. Yeah, I think my mom was born in 1958 or 55 or something like that. I could be wrong, but uh, here's the crazy thing. I'm 20 years younger than my mom, and my daughter's 40 years younger than my mom. That's crazy. You're 7 years older than I am. That would make you 40 or 55. 55. You're 55 now. Yeah, if I'm 48, counting 7 years ahead, that's 55. Yeah, I'm right. I think my math's correct. I bet you miss the 80s just like I do, 2-4. Just like I do, bud. I guarantee you do. The 80s was one of the. I think the 80s single handedly, literally from 1980 to 1990, single handedly was the best era ever. Best music. Uh, we didn't have all this crap that's going on now. 55 soon, yeah. So I single handedly, hands down, think it's the best time ever. Was the 80s. I remember doing a lot of stuff in the 80s as a kid. It was freaking awesome. So appreciate you sticking around and being here, bud. And anybody else who comes in here, hello again. My name's Dave. Say what's up in the chats. Talk about anything. I don't care what it is. Well, it's something I don't want to talk about, then I'm not going to talk about it. But yeah, 824, you ride motorcycles like these guys? 80s was a crazy time for sure, yeah. You got that right. 24, you ride motorcycles, bro? Just like John and them, Ray. So I was never able to find anybody to teach me ride a motorcycle or how to do the shifting and that stuff. I just couldn't find anybody that would take the time to show me because I like motorcycles. I don't like the crotch rockets as much as I do like the Indians or the Harleys and stuff. I do like the Ducati, but if I'm going to buy a Ducati, I want the one from 1985. And the reason why I want that one is because I want to know, do you remember this movie 2-4? It was called Tron. If you remember that movie, Jeff Bridges had a Ducati in that movie. And that's the Ducati I want. I think it's like 1100 or something like that, or 1150 or something. I can't remember. But yeah, that movie, that Ducati, if I buy any bike, that'd be the Ducati I want. Or an old panhead, or an old shovel, or old fat boy, or soft tail, or something, something old. I don't like none of this new stuff, man. Even if I have to tear down the bike and rebuild it myself, I don't like the newer models, man. I'm just an old school guy, bro. That's like these cars. I don't like the newer style cars. I like the old ones, the actual old Mustangs, the old Corvettes, the Stingrays, the GTOs. That's I like that stuff, man. I think it ran better. I think they were built stronger. I think they were built better. They weren't all plug and play. I know Honda Goldwing used to be a real good bike years ago, but I don't know. I don't know if I could ride a Honda motorcycle. It'd be like riding a Honda Civic on two wheels. I don't know. Street Glide? Yeah. Man, I seen a couple people riding Street Glides the other day, bro. They look pretty good. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the way they look. I just don't know. I don't know. I'm just more old school, I guess, man. I just can't see myself buying a newer bike if I was able ever to learn how to ride. But I don't know if you could teach this old dog new tricks. I just don't know. Hello, everybody out there in the world. I'm Dave. This is GenX Unchained. Welcome. I can't believe this, bro. I've been on for an hour live without but only like 1-2 interruptions from customers. This is crazy. Motorcycles, hot chicks, a lot of beer, man, and rock and roll. I think that's all a real man needs. Motorcycles, hot chicks, and a lot of beer, bro. Couple bonfires. I'm telling you, man. I miss the 80s. If I could time machine back, I would. Actually, I would go back to the 90s and slap myself for not saving the money I needed to save. Because, bro, I'm going to tell you this, man. I had $1 million at one time and spent it, gave it away, blew it, partied, bought people cars and houses, and didn't save nothing for myself. And because I had no mentor, I had no sense of anything, and spent it all. Blew it, just blew it. And that was my mistake. But I was in my 20s, It's acidine to think about it now, but I didn't have no one to guide me. No one to guide me. And until I met a few people in my life that were pretty cool. It was way after I already had all that money and spent it. Yeah, way after I had all that money and spent it, I met a few people that kind of took me under their wing, showed me some things. I never had a father. I know one guy who claims to be my father. He was in and out of jail doing cocaine and whatever, whatnot. And then my stepdad was a child abuser and verbally and mentally abusive. But if that didn't happen to me, I don't think I'd be the man I am today, because I learned from what they did as my I learned from their mistakes of what not to do when I raised my kids. Does that make sense? I learned what not to do by my stepfather, and that way I don't follow in the same footsteps as my stepfather and create a generational curse. That's the one thing I was trying to avoid. And if I did that, then I did great. But I never really had a mentor. I never really had a father. Not one who was to guide me from right and wrong and show me how to save money and do certain things. You know what I mean? It was hard for me. Hard for my brother. Kind of snuck out the back door to smoke a cigarette, which I shouldn't be smoking at all. I want to quit, but I don't know. I'm really stressed out these days. You know, with my wife being disabled and me having to pay all the bills, it's kind of hard. I don't know what else to say. The last time I actually had any real money, I bought these Oakleys. They're my glasses that turn into sunglasses in the sun. I was born with bad eyes, so I've always had to wear glasses or contacts. And when my wife became disabled, I kind of put myself on the back burner again. And all my money goes to her and the bills and whatever she needs for anything medical-wise. And it leaves no money after bills in her for me to go get an eye exam so I get my contacts back, or for me to go buy any clothes. I have 5 fucking shirts. 5 shirts to my name, you know, that I could actually wear out in public, that's not all dirty and dingy and shit. 5 shirts. One of them I'm wearing right now. It used to be my old work shirt from my old job. That's how messed up things are. I can't even stay on, and I know what you're gonna say, people. If I'd stop smoking cigarettes, I could save money from cigarettes and go buy some clothes. Yeah, well, that's like telling a crackhead to don't put that pipe in your mouth. You might be able to find a job. I don't know. I'm just trying to be funny, I guess. But other than that, and just so you guys know, that book behind me, my daughter, she just got it published. It's on Amazon. Check it out. But anywho, I don't know, 2-4. I don't know what to do, bud. I guess I could work a 3rd job, but then I would never be home. And I can't do that. I cannot rely on my son to interrupt his personal life, because he's 22. He's 22. He's about to turn 23. My daughter's 29. I can't interrupt his life. You know what I'm saying? Can't take away from him. Maybe that's just me, but it shouldn't be the parents shouldn't have to rely on their children for anything, and I take that to heart. I really do not want to interrupt my son's thing that he's got going on, because he's got a good thing going, and I don't want to mess that up because I'm asking him help to come help take care of his mom when I'm at work. I don't know. Ain't the kids supposed to? The kids are supposed to, rely on us until we're gone from this earth. I shouldn't have to rely on my own kids. That's another reason why I told my kids that if their mom, my wife, passes before I do, they're not going to find me. I'll drop them a postcard from whatever beach I decide to end up on. I'm going to be a bum on the beach. Tucson's youngest 28. Yeah. It's okay. I guess it's okay to ask your kids, for help every now and then, as far as like stuff around the house when you get up to being that age that you can't do what you normally would do because you're just old and your body don't want to work that way anymore. But at the same time, I don't want to have to rely on my kids, man, ever. I want them to live their own life and be free of that. Is that wrong? I can't, I don't want it to be wrong. So anyway, starting next week or the week after, I'm going to start setting up some stuff for I got an account already with Cash App to start to throw up on the podcast. I'm going to open up a PayPal account. I'm still new to all this. I can't figure none of this out. It's very hard, and without John and Coy and Ray helping me out whenever they can, and a couple others that have taken time out of their own life to help me, I can't, I don't know what else to do. I'm not for sure about it all. It's all new to me. Try to stay away from this as much as possible and just live my life, but I got thrown a curveball. You got to deal with it, right? Maybe I'm wrong. So, I don't know, man. How is the rest of the world out there? I see other viewers in here, but nobody else is talking but you two four. Who else is out there? Come on, say something. Say hi. Let me know who you are. But did you see Ray 24 earlier saying I should buy, get one of my daughter's books and put it up for free on a giveaway? You think that's a good idea? Because if it is, I'll buy one next week. And then I'll mail it to my daughter for her to autograph and have her mail it back. That's what I'll do. I think I'll do that. So I don't know. Do a giveaway. I make a bunch of 3D printed dragons and do giveaways. Yeah. Anybody want a dragon? Like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 500 subscribers. I'll just pick somebody random out of the chats at that time. I don't really know what else to talk about. I mean, I talked about my life. Kind of, sort of, I guess. Yeah, but my stepfather, he was a motherfucker, man. Sorry for the language, but He was a SOB. Boy, I think I knew that I had enough at the age of 14, and that's when I took off from home. That's when I was done. I had enough. I took off and pretty much been on my own since. So, and I watched a lot of people die. I watched a good friend of mine who was a Marine passed away. My wife's family watched her grandpa and her grandmother pass away, and her dad, and yeah, everybody's gone, man. There's nothing left for us here in Illinois. And if I could get out, get to Oklahoma, I'll be a lot better off because there's opportunities there for me. I get reacquainted with my family there, the Cherokee Nation, and get in back in with them, or get in with them to begin with, not back, but get in with them, and just live a normal, quiet life out in the country. That's what I want. That's what I'm trying to do. Be able to watch my grandchildren grow, graduate school, possibly go to college, do something big with their lives, and then I could die a happy man. I guess that's what all we want, right? Let's see here. What's happening out there in the world? Can we find out? Let's see here. None of that craziness is happening up in Canada, is it, 2-4? I hope not. I know I sure in the hell didn't like Justin Trudeau too much. Of course, and they can't do movies like they used to anymore. They're just rewrites of rewrites, and it's whatever, I guess. Who would who would pay 1,800 a month on a car note unless it was a Lambo or something? Man, you better have a good job for an $1,800 a month car note. Who wants to work all the time anyway? I'm not paying for that. No, I pay about that. Let's see here. My house payment, trash, water, cell phones, internet. I own my car, so I don't have no car note on that, but I do have car insurance. Car insurance, I pay that. I pay about that a month in rent, in house payment and bills. 1,800, and they're spending that on a vehicle. There's no way I could do that. There's no way. I'd have to have a let's see, 1,800 a month. I'd have to have a job that paid me double that. Hey, I got a customer. I'll be back, guys. All right, everybody, I'm back. I'm back. Anywho, I'm going to end this live right now. I'm going to take a small break. I could be back later, so I'll see you all later if I do end up coming back. Until next time, this is Dave with GenX Unchained, and I'm out of here.